gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news commentary. We got another, I'm not saying police involved shooting, but we have a security involved shooting. This brother, 48-year-old Alvin Motley Jr., was minding his own business, and that he wasn't even from Memphis, but he originally from Chicago. He was at a Kroger gas station when he was talking to a security guard. Unfortunately, this security guard had a gun, and he was unlicensed, by the way, to carry that gun. So he shot the brother dead. And family members, we're about to see this video in a second, all they want is answers to why that he killed him. And as you can see, this white dude was the security guard. And believe me, did I tell you that he was unlicensed to carry that gun? So let's go ahead and play this video, ladies and gentlemen. Then I'm going to continue the rest of my commentary.
My God says to forgive. I forgive the man, but I want him punished to the fullest extent.
A tearful family with so many questions after Alvin Motley Jr. was shot and killed over the weekend by an unlicensed security guard. According to the affidavit obtained by ABC News, police responded to the shooting just before 7 p.m. to a Kroger fuel center. Motley's girlfriend telling police right before the shooting, the security guard, Gregory Livingston, got into an argument with him over the volume of music coming from the car.
Alvin Motley has a right to exist, to pump gas, and play his music because this is America.
National Civil Rights Attorney Ben Crump today says Motley was never a threat, described by his family as disabled. Diagnosed with a disorder affecting connective tissue as a child, Motley was legally blind. His girlfriend told police that night Motley approached the security to talk, and that's when she says she heard a gunshot and saw him fall to the ground.
I don't know what it is about private people trying to tell young black people that we can enforce our will on you to turn down your music.
According to the affidavit, security video that has not been released shows Motley holding a beer can and a lit cigarette as he approached Livingston. It goes on to say the security guard pulled out his gun and shot Motley in the chest.
They were at the gas station. They were not going to be there more than a minute after they got gas.
He wasn't violent at all. I just want justice for my son.
Now, according to public records at the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance, Livingston was not a licensed security guard at the time of the shooting. He has now been charged with second-degree murder and is being held on a $1.8 million.
Well, here's one thing I don't understand. Why would Kroger's even hire this guy? And he's supposed to be unlicensed, right? But he had a gun that night. Why did he kill Alvin Motley Jr.? And then he wasn't even a threat, y'all. All he has was a beer can and a cigarette in his hand. Now, the thing of it is that however, he was charged, according to this news anchor there, with second-degree murder, and he's on a $1.something million bond. But even with that, you know, just like the guy that killed Alvin Motley Jr. need to be held responsible, Kroger also need to be held responsible because they the one that hired the guy. And he's supposed to be an unlicensed security guard. And again, he shouldn't have had a gun that day. This reminds you, ladies and gentlemen, of Jordan Davis. Remember Jordan Davis, a 17-year-old boy in Jacksonville, Florida? And this white guy was shot him multiple times, killing him over loud music with his friends. And then there's another incident, same old thing, that he was killed over loud music. It seems to me they are targeting black people with loud music. But y'all, it shows you that he shouldn't even be hired as a Kroger security guard if they find out that he had a gun that day. He's supposed to be unlicensed, not licensed. But again, y'all, I'm glad that till now, I'm glad that justice is served because he's serving time right at the moment. But y'all, I blame Kroger as well as the security guard that killed him, because Kroger should have known better. And obviously, if he was unlicensed, Kroger should have fired him right on the spot. If they find out he had a weapon, he would have been fired on the spot because he wasn't supposed to have a weapon if he was unlicensed. So y'all let me know what you think about this. I mean, it's just a really sad story. And he wasn't even from Memphis. This incident happened in Memphis, Tennessee. He was originally from Chicago visiting his family members. And this incident happened. He was legally blind. He was disabled. All he did was talking to the security guard. Oh, and then he was arguing over loud music, and he wasn't even a threat at all. He had a gun. He was unarmed. But it shows you that even with that white people had thinking that they have a right to kill a black man over loud music, over something that is pretty small and petty. Y'all let me know what you think. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. Rest in peace, Alvin Motley Jr. This is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.